What is up, guys? It's Bruin Steel, and welcome back to a WWE broadcast. I'm your host, Bruin Steel, and I am once again joined by Canadian Yorker. How's it going?
Going really well, pretty well. Can't complain. Thank you. How are you doing?
Good, good. We are here to recap this past September 29th, 2023 Friday Night Smackdown, which took place at Golden One Center in Sacramento, California, another place. The last two shows were in California, so that's awesome. But I actually do want to mention that guys, um, me, Canadian Yorker, might be going to another WWE event in December, but we have to see what the situation is. December 4th, WWE is coming for Monday Night Raw at MVP Arena. So we might be going. I'm not sure. It really depends on the scheduling and stuff. I also mentioned that our friend Joey might be joining us. Joey's the guy that joined us last time when we went to events, so it was the three of us. So we might be going December 4th, so that might be something to look out for. We don't know if we're going because my schedule is in, but we have to see. But anyways, we are here to recap the SmackDown. A lot of stuff has happened, so let's get to it. So, starting up the show, it opens up with the Bloodline, Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman. It really seems that Jimmy Uso is actually real. I don't know if it's final, but it seems like Solo and Jimmy has trusted each other now, and they're on the same page. And we just have to see what Roman has to say all about this. Maybe Roman's gonna come back and disapprove. Maybe with Jimmy and Solo teaming up and turning their back on Roman. We have to see what Roman thinks about Jimmy coming back to the bloodline. But seems like Paul's cool about it. It seems like Solo's cool, so we have to see. I'm interested in see what the angle in all this, what Roman thinks about Jimmy coming back. But my prediction, Roman might not improve, and it might take some time to, readjust and have Jimmy back. But we have to see. But it seems like Solo and Jimmy are on the same page. But getting more into this segment, they said that Paul Heyman claims that it was Roman Reigns doing for the responsible for the worst beating John Cena received last week in the decade. So there's rumors that last week's attack was orchestrated by Roman Reigns, and basically Jimmy said that Jimmy called out John Cena and said that he's gonna end up like AJ Styles, and then basically. Um, the OC had enough of the bloodline, so Karl Anderson came out into the ring to clean the house. Basically Heyman said that John Cena isn't here because he's too afraid. So that's basically the first segment. Karl Anderson, one half of the OC, coming out and rushing to the ring and attacking the bloodline, ending the segment. So what do you think of this opening segment with the bloodline?
I want to know where was the OC all this time when AJ Styles was getting jumped? Where was the OC? Where were they? What were they doing? Where were they? Why are they coming out to defend AJ Styles after all this, all this trouble? And now AJ Styles is hurt, and now he can't do anything. And the OC comes out, try to defend AJ. Where was the OC? Um, it's I think that OC member he attacked Jimmy Uso, and you know he and Jimmy Uso had a match. Um, Soto got a little involved, but that distracted that OC member, and he lost the match. And I thought it was, um, the bloodline is still up to its no good. Still trying to take out people before things even happen. Um, so Jimmy Uso is unhinged. Um, he's like a rabid dog. He's trying to do his thing. I don't see him and Solo. They're only together because they're stronger together than they are apart. And Solo doesn't really trust Jimmy just yet, you know. And I think the Bloodline is still a little wary of Jimmy because of how what he did in the past, and he wanted out, and then he took Jay out, and then both of them fought against Roman Reigns and they won, and then now he wants back in, and no, it's just a little shaky situation. So they're having some trust issues with Jimmy.
All right. First match of the evening is, like I said, Karl Anderson comes out setting up a one-on-one match against Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso versus Machine Gun. That's his nickname. Karl Anderson, half of the OC. It didn't really take too much. Basically, it went back and forth. A spinning spine buster was made by Anderson, but Jimmy Uso wins by the with the diving splash, which I believe is the Uso splash, and Jimmy gets to win 1, 2, 3 over Karl Anderson. Just too easy. In post match, Mia Yim comes down to check on the pal, another one half of the OC. Well, she was a female that came in when the OC was feuding with Judgment Day. Um, and basically, Jimmy Uso trash talk to her until Mia Yim just went forward and slapped the shit out of Jimmy Uso. That was funny. While Paul Heyman freaked out and Solo was watching on. So yeah, that was a huge slap by My, Maya Yim to Jimmy Uso after the match. So that's basically the first match. Jimmy Uso defeats Karl Anderson by pinfall. What do you think of this match?
I think it's well deserved that Jimmy Uso got that slap around the world across his you know across his face because he deserved it, and it's a good win for Jimmy. It's a good win for Jimmy. Jimmy needs to, he's doing his thing as this heel character that he's really put on, and he's really showing his worth that he can still, win matches without his brother Jay, without Solo, and Jay can also show that he can win matches too without Jimmy. So I think we might see a future match against both these guys in the future. So
All right. Next, moving on. Couple backstage segments. Santos Escobar getting interviewed by Cassie Kelly about his thoughts on facing Rey Mysterio later on for the United States title, which we're gonna get to. And then Jimmy Uso is still terrorizing crew members. He attacked, I believe, I can't remember their name. They haven't been seen on the show for so long, but it was one of the guys. Jimmy Uso started attacking him, and basically it was cut away. Paul Heyman called Roman Reigns. Next segment is Grayson Waller coming into the ring to host Grayson Waller Effect, one of my favorite segments. I love when Grayson Waller does the Grayson Waller Effect. It's hilarious. Um, and his special guest is no other than Bobby Lashley. Um, and basically they're just talking about the situation with the Street Profits last week, how they like lost to LWO, and then that Bobby Lashley was looking for a great tag team, and Grayson Waller is like, how about you get a team undefeated, me, Grayson Waller, and Austin Theory. And then Bobby Lashley had enough, and it's like, I had history with Austin. I know the guys, and it didn't seem like Bobby Lashley was interested, and it's like, I'm gonna pass. And then the Street Profits came in and said that he didn't want excuses, and he said that they gotta prove something. Um, and basically that ends the Waller effect. Basically, so that was not really a lot during the Grayson Waller. It's basically talking about the Street Profits failures from last week, and Grayson Waller possibly wanting to make an alliance with Bobby Lashley. I knew that was going to happen. Grayson Waller and Austin with Bobby as their manager, but that ends the segment. What did you think?
that sounds interesting. this faction, Grayson Waller, Bobby Lashley, and Austin
Oh,
Theory.
but no, don't worry. Bobby Lashley already declined.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course, because Austin Theory and Bobby Lashley have history. So it wouldn't. I honestly see, yeah, it wouldn't make sense for Bobby Lashley and Austin Theory to maybe to come together unless they want to get the tag team championships from the Judgment Day. They wanna they could do it. They could if they were to join hands for mutual purposes of only getting the tag team championships, helping each other out. That Casino Alliance right there. That might be possible. So
All right, all right. This is
it might.
so this is what I gotta say about Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. Y'all, all the viewers might hate on them. You might hate on me for liking. Like, look, I never hated Austin Theory. I like Austin Theory. I love Grayson Waller, and I don't care. There's gonna be viewers that hate Grayson Waller and Austin. Oh, when Austin Theory comes out, there's always boos. You can boo him all you want, but I'm telling you right now, I think Grayson Waller and Austin Theory it has something going on right now. They're an awesome tag team right now, and I feel like I said, people are going to call me dumb, but I really think that they're a special tag team. I think they just work so well together. Shout out to Joey, one of those guys who hates Austin Theory. Our friend Joey hates Austin Theory. But hate Austin Theory or not, he has something going on with Grayson Waller. I can tell you, their finishers are deadly. Grayson Waller would come in with a rolling stunner, leading to Austin Theory to a town down. That's just a deadly combo right now. They've already used it what 3 times now, and how many matches have they won? That rolling stunner by Grayson Waller, and then after with a finish a town down by Austin Theory. They had hit that combo like 3 times now. Hate me or not, they have something going, and they could challenge Judgment Day. I would love to see. Honestly, I would love to see Grayson and Austin dethrone Finn and Damien. I would like to see that. Um, but honestly, I
It,
did feel they have something right now. Hate me or not, people are gonna boo them, but they got something going, like for real.
at least at least if they win the titles from the Judgment Day, people would people don't like the Judgment Day now. They probably will like the um, Austin Theory and uh, and, and Grayson Waller a little bit. They'll like them a little bit more than they like the Judgment Day. Um, and these guys will have to defend their titles, as Judgment Day does. But maybe they probably need that push. They need that push to move them to the next step, to the next level. So
Yeah. All right. Moving on. The next match, Austin Theory, obviously, and versus Cameron Grimes, who I haven't heard that name in like forever. He came like once for a while. So yeah, Austin Theory versus Cameron Grimes. Basically, Cameron Grimes actually went big early in this match and went back and forth. Grayson Waller obviously interfered with Siri putting Creamer here into the post, and then basically um, with a rolling drop kick. At the end, not AJ, what the fuck? Austin Siri was able to hit Cameron Grimes with the 8 count down. Really, really great finisher by Austin Siri. I like the 8 count down. It's good. But yeah, Austin Theory defeats Cameron Grimes by pitfall with the 8 count down, obviously. And post match, Theory gets in a shoving match with Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee, who was in the crowd. So basically, Dragon Lee basically fought Austin Theory. So that's basically ends the segment. So what did you think of this match?
uh, like you said, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory doing their thing, and Austin Theory comes away with the win. That's great for Austin Theory. Um, we could see this potential Dragon Lee and Austin Theory feud going on here. So it's going to be exciting to see how that
Oh my
plays out.
god. I'm telling you, if that happens, Austin Theory is gonna whoop that ass. I don't know. It's like whatever. But yeah. Anyways, moving forward, another background segment is fucking Jimmy Uso attacking another person. What the fuck? He is like out of his mind. But the next match is Rey Mysterio defending the United States title against Santos Escobar. And like we said, we might see a heel from Santos Escobar, but unfortunately, we didn't see a heel turn. This was a good match. I'm not gonna lie. This was probably the match of the that evening. I feel like this match was tier top. This was the match of the SmackDown. This was the match that night. Number one in my books. Two friends going at it in the LWO. Obviously, great respect between the two after the match. It went back and forth. It was pretty close. Um, you know, um, Rey Mysterio hit this amazing move on Escobar from the top rope. But basically, Rey Mysterio didn't win off of a 619. I think he tried to do a 619, but at the end, it was a victory roll. So it was a crucifix pin. So it's kind of like a, well, actually, he did, yes. Sorry. Rey Mysterio did, hit the 619, but after, Escobar did counter it and then tried to counter that into Pitfall, but Rey Mysterio reversed into a crucifix pin, getting the win, retaining the WWE United States Championship. Rey Mysterio gets the win over Santos Escobar, his friend, to retain. Post match, Santos is heartbroken. Rey Mysterio extends the hand. They are about to show respect until the Street Profits attacked, and basically they laid out the Street Profits laid out Santos and Rey Mysterio out. And after that, Bobby Lashley came out clapping his hand, saying that he accept the performance, and they basically left the left the ring. So that's basically the end of the segment in the match. So Rey Mysterio defeats Santos Escobar, retaining the United States Championship. Nope, guys, we did not see a heel turn by Santos. What were your thoughts on this match?
I'm disappointed. I thought there would be a heel turn by Santos. We were really gonna see this heel turn, and it didn't happen tonight. It's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen. It as much as Santos, they don't have to deal with the Judgment Day much. You know, they don't have to deal with the Judgment Day much, but they have to deal with the Street Profits, and they're fighting together against the Street Profits, and um, I think Bobby Lashley just wants to be known as the best, world United States champion ever. That's probably that might be his ceiling, and I don't know how far he wants to go with pushing the Street Profits, but obviously, why is he feuding with? I don't understand why the Street Profits are feuding with the LWO. It doesn't make sense. It would make more sense to me if the LWO was to feud with the Judgment Day again to get the WWE to get the tag team titles from them. Now that would be a very interesting, thing right there. That would be interesting. Then now you have the champions, World Wrestling, United States Champion, WWE as a tag team title champions right there. And then you have both of these parties, Judgment Day, Street Profits, and LWO fighting for the tag team titles, and possibly, maybe Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, but I don't know. Might see a triple four-way threat, four-way uh, quadruple threat match right there. But
All right.
I don't know.
So
That's what I see.
all right. Oh, right. So moving on. The next match is Bayley, one half of Damage Control. Bayley versus Charlotte Flair. These two women have not faced each other one on one since 2020. So I was excited to see these two guys, women go at it. And this was another great match. I feel like this was also a great match. I had a feeling maybe Shotzi was gonna come in and scare Bailey again and cost her the match, but she didn't. Surprisingly, Shotzi didn't show up. But yeah, it went back and forth. Obviously, Dakota Kai and IYO Sky trying to make distraction and stuff like that, interference like always. But Charlotte Flair at the end ends up getting a win with a spear on Bayley. I always been a fan of Charlotte Flair spears. They're so fun to watch. Charlotte Flair wins by pitfall by spearing Bayley. Man, I miss that. I don't think I haven't seen Charlotte hit a spear in so long. But basically, after the match, Charlotte Flair challenges IYO Sky for a championship match for the women's champion title. But basically, Bayley Asuka came out of nowhere and goes into the ring and starts speaking Japanese. There was no subtitles, so I guess I was like, what the hell is she saying? And then basically, I think Bayley done fucked up for IYO Sky and said that, oh, Bayley just guessed, oh, you want to challenge IYO Sky for a title match in Charlotte too? So Bayley, this is one of the matches that's going to be at Fastlane. Another match has been announced for Fastlane. Fastlane is going to be IYO Sky defending her women's championship against Charlotte Flair and Asuka in a triple threat match. Um, I'm excited to see this match. So Bayley might have done fucked up. I don't think that's what Asuka was saying. People are saying that. So, and there's rumors saying that Bayley might turn on IYO Sky. But that's another match. The match is official. Another match has been announced for Fastlane. IYO Sky defending the women's championship against Charlotte Flair and Asuka. So, what do you think of this match and this new announced match?
Oh wow, that's a lot. That's an earful that happened there. I mean, I don't understand why Charlotte Flair is involved in this match. Obviously, Asuka and Io Sky are feuding here, and Charlotte Flair is throwing herself into these matches. But let me tell you something: Charlotte Flair hasn't actually wrestled and qualified for herself for any of these matches. She just wants to throw her head in there. She wants to throw herself in there to get a chance at winning the title, but she never fought any challengers for the title. So that's kind of my problem the way I see it with that. And Asuka speaking Japanese, they need to translate it when Asuka starts speaking Japanese and Bayley and Io Sky starts speaking Japanese. So uh, I think a lot of that has to do with that. Like they got to have some sort of translators there for that because I don't we don't speak Japanese. Um, Bailey actually uh, betraying Io Sky. That I don't know. That might happen. That might not happen too, because it's just if she betrayed it, it will be at a weird time for Bailey to betray Io Sky. Um, but we'll have to see how it goes.
All right. I also want to let you guys know that I missed this. There was another match before this that was announced. After the Rey Mysterio and Santos match. It's going to be LWO against the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley in a six-man tag team match. So LWO versus Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. Those guys are going to go at it at Fastlane, so that's going to be another match. LWO versus Bobby Lashley along with the Street Profits. So it's going to be a six-man tag team match. So that's going to be huge. That's another match that was announced for Fastlane. But moving on, it's the main event is the main event basically. So it's basically John Cena. And John Cena comes in and explains that he has two choices. He either can rip the contract. Oh, yeah, it's the contract. It's announced that John Cena was gonna go team up with AJ Styles against the Bloodline at Fastlane, but obviously AJ Styles got put in the hospital, so they made it a handicap match: John Cena versus Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. Um, but John Cena came out with the contract in the hand and said that he had two choices. One, he can either rip this contract and forget everything that happened, or he can fight. Or he can fight and make something out of it. And said that You guys really think he's gone this far? Never give up, man. So he signs the contract, and basically the Bloodline shows up. Paul Heyman, Solo Sikoa, and Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso taunting, saying that, "Oh, you finally showed up, John." And then as soon as Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso came to the ring, John Cena pushed Jimmy Uso out, and then had a showdown with Solo Sikoa, and the numbers game again, 2-on-1. John Cena got pretty much pummeled again like he did last week. They took apart the announce table. They put John Cena um, on the announce table, and Solo Sikoa said that he wants to smash through John Cena in the table. But as soon as Solo Sikoa comes on the top rope, LA Knight comes and rescues John Cena, taking out Jimmy Uso, then Solo, and then John Cena comes out, and basically that hits the fan. LA Knight, staring at the contract, picks up the contract and signs it. Wow, everyone goes nuts. Even John Cena is shocked, and it is made official. John Cena has finally got a partner for Fastlane. John Cena, it's all people. I actually thought these two were going to feud against each other. People were possibly talking about the LA Knight and John Cena feud, but instead they're partners. So yeah, it's official. John Cena has gotten himself a partner in LA Knight. It's gonna be LA Knight teaming up with John Cena against Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. Wow. And another thing is, I might see a I might see there's a possibility. This is a possibility, but I have a strange feeling it's gonna happen. I feel like LA Knight is going to turn against John Cena. Like I said, rumors are saying that LA Knight and John Cena is going to feud. But I can see LA Knight possibly turning his back on against John Cena at Fastlane, starting the feud. So I don't know what you think, but what do you think of this last segment?
Well, John Cena was about to be put through the table again, and LA Knight saved the day. I don't know if that's LA Knight's intention to actually feud with John Cena because uh,
They did go
we
at
don't
it a little bit when John Cena was the guest referee, and like I said, there was a lot of talks about a possible John Cena and LA Knight feud, but that's just my thoughts. So go ahead, you can continue.
well maybe it might happen after they they finish their business with the Bloodline. So the the reason why LA Knight is helping John Cena is because they both have a mutual enemy, and so LA Knight is helping John Cena to get over this so he can accomplish what he wants to accomplish without any issues. And I think remember it was a week or two ago, Paul, there was a backstage segment with Paul Heyman talking to LA Knight, telling him that he should be out of his way or something like that because he's the wise man or whatever. And then LA Knight didn't pay any attention to him. He just like kind of gave him just walked away from him, and so I don't know. This is we'll see some transition here with LA Knight and John Cena, and I really think LA Knight wants John Cena to get get better. Um,
Yeah.
but LA Knight is developing into this mega star, just like Roman Reigns is. And so if LA Knight beats the Bloodline, Solo and Jimmy, then LA Knight can challenge Roman Reigns, and so you're gonna have this mega star versus this mega heel. So it's gonna be kind of an interesting setup. And of course, we know the whole thing with Cody Rhodes and stuff. But right now, this could be you can see the setup of LA Knight versus Roman Reigns. So
Yeah, so I don't know because a lot of people, LA Knight said he wants to go after gold, and it could be Roman, it could be Seth, but because LA Knight became John Cena's partner, it might be LA Knight's strategy to see how the bloodline works. Maybe his target is gonna be Roman. People are saying that LA Knight might challenge Roman next. But people are saying that LA Knight's favorite to win the Royal Rumble. LA Knight might challenge Roman, but the only issue is Cody. Cody, he won't be able to finish the story if that happens. But the question is, we still don't know who's gonna get traded from Raw to SmackDown since Jey Uso got traded from SmackDown to Raw. So if Cody Rhodes doesn't get traded to SmackDown, there's your answer. Cody's not gonna face Roman at WrestleMania unless something happens later on. But right now, LA Knight might be targeting Roman right now, so I'm not sure. But we have to see.
Yeah, definitely have to see how. Yeah, like you said, Roman LA Knight's probably trying to test the waters to see how how the bloodline is and what they and how they operate. So I'm sure he's seeing that around in the locker room how they doing that. So it's going to be an interesting outlook to see how things go with LA Knight interacting with the Bloodline and John Cena. Of course, uh, LA Knight and John Cena are only together because the Bloodline is a threat. So that's the way I see it.
Yeah. And another thing that can happen in this match is I wouldn't be surprised if the Miz costs I wouldn't be surprised if the Miz showed up and cost LA Knight and John Cena match because you never know. The Miz has beef with both
That's true.
LA Knight and John Cena, but it's a possibility. But
Mm-hmm.
the feud between the Miz and LA Knight might be over. But like I said, the Miz called out the John Cena, so I wouldn't be surprised if the Miz showed up and then cost them the match against the Bloodline. That's just a possibility. So, um, but there's a lot of angles. I don't even think there were rumors saying that Roman might show up and help the Bloodline win against John Cena and LA Knight. Roman might show up at Fastlane, but they're saying that Roman's not going to show up until a SmackDown live event, so we have to see what happens. So, but yeah, that will do it, folks. That is the SmackDown for September 29th. And overall, with the grade option, I feel like it was a short show. Hopefully, it isn't this short if we go to the December 4th on Raw. But yeah, for me, I give this show. Um, I think I give it a B minus. What do you want to give it?
Um, I'm gonna have to say a B plus because there's LA Knight signing with John Cena was a big surprise for everybody, and LA Knight's getting this push. We see him doing that, and just there's some good potential matches right there. LA Knight, John Cena, the Damage Control versus Asuka and Charlotte Flair and IYO and on all the others, the Street Profits and OWO. There's some good potential matches that are going to happen in the future. So it's going to be really interesting to see how things go with that.
All right, and I do want to mention, like I said in my first ever WWE broadcast, I didn't want to talk about NXT because I don't really watch NXT. But I do want to mention, since they are basically Raw superstars, I do want to mention Dominic Mysterio lost his North American title to Trick Williams, and Becky Lynch successfully defended the NXT Women's title against Tiffany Stratton in the Extreme Rules match. So there you go. Those are the two Raw superstars. I only mentioned them because I only talked about Raw and SmackDown, but NXT No Mercy. Becky Lynch retains and will face Keegan Knox next week on Raw this coming Monday, so that's gonna be fun to watch. And Dominic Mysterio losing his title with Dragon Lee as a special guest referee. So obviously that's probably why he lost because Dragon Lee does not like Dominic Mysterio. He's like, "Fuck you! I'm gonna do a fast count on your ass." I don't even know if that happened, but we have to see what's gonna happen this Monday. Dominic Mysterio is probably gonna be livid, and he said he's probably gonna ask for a rematch without Dragon Lee as a special guest referee, and Mommy's not gonna be happy. So I don't even know if Mommy's gonna come back. So I don't know when, but I want to see Rhea Ripley like smash a new one on Dragon Lee or whatever what happened, but I don't know. Rumors saying that because Dominic lost the North American title, it's gonna be the start of the downfall. It's Judgment's like, no, that's like, I don't know, man, but we have to see. I know
You
you
might,
have
you might,
some, I know you have some thoughts on North No Mercy, but I don't want this video to be too long. It's like 35 minutes, so be quick. Maybe just share your thoughts on something.
I'm just gonna say Dominic Mysterio going going for the United States Championship against his own father. You might see a Mysterio versus Dominic two match, two Judgment Day and an LWO match, two with probably maybe the two Street Profits involved. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
All right. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. That is our broadcast for September 29th, this past Friday night. I wish our schedule was better because my it's a really tough schedule with mine and his. But I am off Monday and Tuesday, so we will see you Tuesday night for the broadcast for tomorrow's Raw. And this Saturday is going to be Fastlane. So
Yeah.
and
That's
then we have
right.
got Friday Night SmackDown. We got Friday Night SmackDown the day before. So we have to figure out when to do the broadcast for each of those. Probably sometime next week. Me and Canadian New Yorker is going to discuss it at some point. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm your host, Bruin Steele. And once again, Canadian New Yorker is here. Thank you for once joining.
Thank you for thank you for watching. Have a
Yeah.
great night.
You guys take it easy.